It is a moment in history here on the New York Stock Exchange. We experienced the third circuit breaker in the past 10 days today. Stocks are reopened. We're very active here on the floor. We have Peter Tuchman here to join us and fill us in on today's action. Peter, thank you for taking the time. Thank you for taking the time. I see you're cleared with your star, right? We have active.
All good.
Here at the New York Stock Exchange, we do need to get screened before we come in, so the traders are healthy and everyone here on the floor is healthy. What is the general feeling on the floor?
You know what? Look, obviously, this is one of the human marketplaces in the world, so it's super important that we maintain that integrity. And obviously, we're at a whole nother level across the country and the world as far as health goes. So we are in close contact with each other. So in order to maintain the integrity of the market and to stay open throughout this whole debacle, they're doing what they need to do, and I think that's wonderful. And I think it's important to note that, yes, you talked about that, the third circuit breaker. Circuit breakers are a good thing. They're unfortunate when they happen, but net, it's an important thing to have in the marketplace to give people a moment of pause to kind of settle in. And it's achieved its goal each one of the times we've seen it. And unfortunately, we've seen it now three days over a short period of time. It's given the market pause. People really get to put their ducks in a row, see where they really want to be in the marketplace, distance themselves emotionally from the trade and the panic and the fear, and get a sense of, whether these are long-term investors who get back in because they have a little more sense of confidence, whether it's traders who are getting back in to make a nice trade. We're 1,000 points off the lows of the day. So it served its purpose. And even with that, we opened down limit. We knew that was going to happen even after the Fed lowered their number yesterday. The market futures were down limit overnight. We came in, we opened, and we closed instantly. That's a little bit freaky, I've got to admit. It's sort of you feel like you're in the torrid zone there for a while. All the lights here change color, and stocks stop trading. But at no time was it anything short of smooth and orderly. And that's important to note in a market full of fear and anxiety.
Well, that's why we're really appreciative for you guys here on the floor, what you do for us and what you do for our viewers, protecting their portfolios as much as possible. Now, you did mention that we did sell off even after the Fed made an emergency cut. Why do you think that happened?
You know what? Look, there are always two narratives when you have a Fed cut, right? So you have a Fed cut, especially intra-cycle, when things are fast and furious, when there's anxiety, when there are huge economic headwinds in the near future. And so while it's there to bolster the market, bolster confidence, bolster liquidity, and put a little bit of a bounce in a market that's selling off, the other narrative depending on the size and whether it's intra-cycle and how fast and furious it's being done, the other part of the narrative is that, oh my God, are we doing this because there are some economic headwinds way beyond what we really know? Those are the two voices, fear and hope, or confidence and fear. So that's what the market is telling us right now, that it was not enough. I'm hoping that right now, obviously, the fear part is overriding the market, right? I'm hoping, I was not a fan of the cut. I'm a fan of markets letting themselves equalize on their own, right? We now don't have any bullets really left in the chamber, right? We do have some other stimulus packages, quantitative easing, they're actually calling it now, that they could install back into the market. If this doesn't work, I'm hoping it does level itself off once the anxiety of a weekend. And, this is an ever-evolving story, right? Minute to minute, we're going to get headlines. We're going to get announcements from the administration. We're going to see what's happening worldwide. We're going to see the effects on all the different industries going forward. I'm not sure the pain is over. And the market's telling us that they're more fearful about the large Fed cut than confident.
So you wouldn't be surprised if we have another circuit breaker this week?
You know what? I don't really want to say that. I'm not prescient that way. Mm-hmm. Nice word, right? You know what? If we have them, they will serve their purpose. It'll maintain smooth and orderly access to markets and the way we trade. I would hope we're able to find some kind of a bid in the market. I'm hoping we get a little more clarity. We get a little containment. We get, we separate ourselves from panic mode. But clearly, they're panicking out there. I mean, so let's hope for the best.
There's a lot to be uncertain and afraid about. Absolutely, we do not blame it.
Evolving moment to moment. Health and wellness is a lot different than financial problems, and I think that's the overriding factor here.